Hello, everybody. Do you enjoy cash stuffing money? Do you enjoy seeing how others in this amazing budgeting community are reaching their goals by cash stuffing, by intentionally saving money? Well, you are definitely in the right place. And I hope that if you are not subscribed, that you stick around and join me on my journey. I am hoping to reach 500 subscribers, and I hope to do this by the end of 2026, but it would be amazing if I could get there well before, as I just want to do another giveaway to give back to this amazing community. And if you are new, I am Deidre. I'm in my mid to late 30s. I work full-time in Canada, as you'll see from our colorful money. I have actually been debt-free, consumer debt-free, since April of this year, and I started this channel back in 2023 to help me be accountable, as I'm a single income person, and just to keep me accountable so that I could be debt free. And now I'm just reaching towards some new goals. And a huge amount of love out to my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for being here and commenting. I love engaging with you. I do apologize if I sound a little stuffed up. I am stuffed up. I've been dealing with a cold. Thankfully, no coughing, knock on wood, but just mainly stuffed up. So if that's throwing you off, that's what's going on. So yes, we are going to be cash stuffing some money. We're going to be putting in some placeholders because that money is moving digitally. But this is my last paycheck of November. I am bi-weekly paid, so you'll see one of these about every 2 weeks or so. And so yes, I am going to get into it. We'll count the money and we will stuff. So we do have 160 $260 in placeholders, and I'll show you where those go. And I have a feeling this 50 is going to throw me off, so I'm just going to put it on my calculator over to the side. I'm filming this at night. Sometimes the brain just doesn't want to cooperate. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. And I know it drives some people crazy to not have their bills all facing the exact same way. It's never bothered me. So if you are bothered by that, I do apologize, but I am not super bothered by which way they face. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Probably because I know which bill it is. Like, all of our bills are the same. Like, all the 20s are green, all the purple is all 10s, 50s are red. So like, I think that's why them all not facing the same way doesn't bother me, because if I think I had money like in the US where your guys' bills are all very similarly colored, I think I would care more about them facing the same way. But yeah, in Canada, I know a 5 is blue. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So, and we had 330. So yes, 360, that is correct. So I'm actually just going to start out in a binder that I sometimes have been stuffing. It's more future related, but I am going to be stuffing $10 into my night out. This I've been using, actually mainly using it towards yoga. So where I live, the city puts on the recreation program in my city puts on a bunch of different classes throughout the year. They typically don't do as many in the summer, but there's fitness classes, there's arts classes, there is also all sorts of activities, and I've been doing the yin yoga mostly, so this is just to most likely save up for another round of that. But I don't think I'll be doing it in early January, February, probably maybe March, kind of into spring. So each icon is $2. We are crossing off 5 today. So yeah, just trying to get some money in here, as it's roughly it can be anywhere between $50 and $70. It just depends on how many weeks they typically go for. So we have 10, 20, and 30 in here, which is correct. And I just have my cheat sheet off to the side so that I know I'm stuffing everything properly. I did actually have a big oopsie. I had pulled out the wrong amount of money, so then I had to go back to the bank and get out the right amount of money. So yeah, that was super fun. I'm usually typically not that bad, but I think because I take a little, in my wallet, I take a little cash totals, and I had forgotten to clean it off from last time. So yeah, big oopsie on my part, but hey, that's life. So next up is hair. My next hair appointment is going to be in the middle of January, and it is $75 each time, and that includes tax and a tip. So, and this pen was maybe not the best one to grab because it's not super finely tipped, but I want one that I'm going to be able to see at least. Sorry, I have a bunch of them off to my side, and they're all pointed down. So, okay, and I do give cash to my hairdresser. So, so we have 10, 20, 25, and 30 in there, and we have, I think, three paychecks between now and then, so it should be definitely fully funded for the next time. Next up is nails. My next nail appointment is towards the middle of December. Feels crazy to say that. And it is getting 15. I pay cash as well, and my nails are 30, and that includes a tip. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So that's good. So I already have one appointment available in here, and it will get stuffed again before my nail appointment. So next up is beauty. And I typically use this for beauty that it's a little more pricey, usually for my skincare or hair care. If I need a mascara, I buy, like, I really love drugstore mascara. I work well with that. So that usually just comes out of spending money. This is more if I want to buy from Sephora. I do purchase some of my skincare from the shopping channel, which is kind of like equivalent to HSN or QVC. And hair care, I kind of buy, I've had some problems with thinning, so I do buy some shampoo from the drugstore, Nioxin, as well as I do buy some from Sephora. So it kind of just depends. But I do have a Sephora gift card that I've had in here since my birthday in the summer. I have not spent it yet. So we have 20, 45 in here, which is good. And next up, we are going to go into technology, which has been a priority for me for this year to stuff into here anyways. And I've debated getting an iPad, the newest generation of iPad, so that I don't use my laptop so much. I typically use my laptop for surfing the net, watching YouTube, obviously making any changes to my own videos. And I thought about just getting an iPad, and I did see on Amazon there was one on sale for Black Friday early, but I just don't know. So we'll see. If not, this can just keep being built up, and then when my laptop gives up the ghost, because I feel like laptops are not made very well anymore, and it's not like I do anything crazy on them, but me and laptops haven't been getting along very well in the last, I would say, 10 years. So in technology, we have 300 in the bank, 310, 320, 330 in here. So we will see. I think it's always good to have a little bit in technology. Next up is pets. This is a future pet. I do not own a pet yet. I live in a condo that does not allow us to have pets. So therefore, this will be when I purchase a new place. That is my main reason for purchasing a new place, is so that I can have a pet. So we are putting in 50 into there today, and we have, that's easy. That's easy, Deidre. That's $100. And every icon is worth 20. And this is from Jen, the Little Potato Saver. So we have 500 in the bank, and we have 600 in there, which is great. I'm wanting to save up quite a bit of money. I want to be a responsible pet owner. So, and to even maybe have like a buffer, because yes, pets, just like humans, things happen, and yes. So next up is new home. So this is actually going to get one of my placeholders. It is for obviously a new home in the future, and so we have $450 in there, so that is great. I will be obviously using the equity from my current place to use as a huge down payment, I guess you would call it, but I do want to save up money for a new home because there's always fees related to that, moving costs, as well as obviously lawyer fees. So gifts is getting skipped. Giving is going to get some money. This is the season of giving, but I've made giving a priority in my budget every single paycheck. But I did make a donation at the end of October, early November, to my local food bank, and I have a feeling I'll probably be donating here again soon to something that I feel just calls to me. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in here. That is great. Okay. Oh, actually, we are giving money to clothes. I forgot about that. I don't typically give money to clothes, so that's probably why it threw me off. So, thank goodness for cheat sheets. And it is getting 20 today. And so in clothes, we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. I am trying to lose some weight, so I might need some new pants. Tops I'm kind of okay for. I don't think that I have broad shoulders. I don't think that those are magically just going to disappear. So, unfortunately. Next up is my emergency fund, which is going to get 50, but because I have two 50s placeholders in there, I'm actually just going to swap it out for $100. And this is from this is a custom tracker from Iris Budgets, and it is earmarked for $1,000, but obviously I am gonna do this many times. And so we got 50 today, and each icon is 10. I do not color for neatness. I could just color for visual representation because it's laminated anyways, so it will get cleaned off. And I've already started thinking about my goals for 2026 in terms of sinking funds, in terms of certain areas, and emergency fund is going to be one that I'm going to definitely have a goal for. So in emergency fund, we have 1,000, 200, 300, 400 in the bank. And that does sound right to me. Yes, because I know what I should probably have at the end of the year. So for a second, my brain just went, that doesn't seem right. But I'm like, yes, it is. It 100% is. Okay. So I'm just going to check off to the side and make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, next up is going to be my month ahead binder, which is not your typical month ahead. It is more for when I purchase a new place, I want to purchase and then sell. So it would be to help cover some monthly expenses without having to use my paycheck for it. And it is super exciting because we are actually going to be finishing 2 categories in here today. So we are actually going to be finishing up the mortgage, which is going to get 60 today. So it actually has a total of $610 in the bank. And what I'm actually going to do is just clean this off because obviously it's a weird amount, right? Like usually, you'd have $500 or $600 in there, but my monthly mortgage payment is roughly about $610. And so that is what we are doing with that. So I am actually just going to write 610, and I'm just gonna set these off to the side. I'll put that back. So we are fully funded for mortgage, which is awesome. And I'm going to write that down in here. And then I'm just going to stick this to the back, because I'm sort of using snowball method for this. And another exciting thing, we are fully funding buffer. It's $100 was my goal to have for buffer. And so we have fully funded that one as well. And I should just kind of pull this out for a quick second, let that dry. Buffer's just at the end because really So that is so amazing. So we have actually technically already saved for these categories. So we have saved for 1 month. We are 1 month ahead. That is so amazing. I am so happy. I've treated this like a bill and made this a priority, but it did get started at the end of 2024. So I didn't do it all this year, but I did the majority of it this year. So that's what can happen when you make something a priority, is you can really make big things happen. So we have fully funded cell phone at 60, gas at 60, that's gas for my vehicle, insurance at 90, groceries at about 100, property tax, this would be for my condo, at 130, cable internet is about 180 bucks a month, condo fees, which are include all my utilities as well as just like maintenance of our building and all of that good stuff, at 460, mortgage at 610, and buffer at 100. So for the end of the year, we are going to try and fully fund cell phone again for another month, and gas, and then we will see if we can get any more completed. But if not, then we are well on our way to another month of savings in our month ahead, which is so amazing. I'm so happy about that. Honestly, if you're wanting to save for something, treat it like a bill would be my best advice. So let's see, we should have 20, 40, 60, 80. I am just counting out grocery money as well as spending money and eating out money, because we are going to do some challenges with this money, and that's what should be left. Should be no extra money if I did everything properly. So, and eating out, I am missing something. Okay, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we do some different challenges with our eating out and spending money, because this money is going towards, well, it's all going towards the same sort of goal, but it's just different challenges. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80 for spending money. I am a spender. I do like to spend money, so I do give myself that money to do so. And if you know you're a spender, honestly, I would advise you that you give yourself some money. As when I did my debt payoff journey, I did allow myself way less spending money, but there were times where I really wanted to spend money. Obviously, I accomplished many goals along the way, like obviously paying off debt and paying for various things along the way. But just knowing that I had that money to spend, it's hard to explain if you're not a spender, but it just kind of allows you to not want to go crazy, if that makes sense. And then we have eating out, which has 20, 40, 50. So we are going to do this amazing scratcher from Bella over at Saving Made Simple, and it is hit or miss, and it is the 1970s classic TV. I have not seen most of these shows, so it has saved me quite a bit. But what I will do is I will scratch. If I've seen the show, I'll save 5, and if I haven't, I will save 10. And there's only 3 left, and I do not have one of those fancy scratcher tools, so I just use a lovely quarter, and I'm just going to go for the middle one today. Okay, All in the Family. No, I've seen like little clips here and there, but definitely have never seen an episode in totality. So we will save $10 from one of the categories, and we'll just do this one here. Charlie's Angels. No, I've never even seen the Charlie's Angel movie that came out in the early 2000s with Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore. And those, I've never seen those either. So we are saving $10 from each one, and we still have one left, so that will get finished next time. And I had something decided it wanted to go in fall, which is great. So we have 20, 40 for eating out, and 20... Okay, I feel like I'm missing money somewhere. 20, 40, 65. That seems wrong. That seems, I had 80. Okay, we are missing money somewhere, guys. I bet you know where it went. But I'm just like, where did this money... Oh, it's stuck to the back of the challenge. That's why. Oh, for a second I was like, I thought I'm losing my mind. Oh, and I'm knocking you guys around now too. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70 for spending. So this is going to go into a special binder, and actually along in this special binder, oh my, apologize you guys. If you are still around, I would actually love it if you would leave me a wrench. Just so I know you've made it. So with our grocery money, we are going to be doing this challenge from Jen over at Budgets and Dreams, and it is Roll It Light. And I do it similar to the way Irish Budget does, but she counts so she would times it by 10. I'm going to times it by 5, and we're going to use our grocery money for this. And so we have, yes, 100 for groceries. And we're going to see, so 3, and 3 is not available. Oh, see, yeah, we're having a great day. And that rolled a 2, so okay, a 6. Okay, that's okay, because this money is going towards a goal, a very important goal, so that is okay. I'm okay with that happening. I'm going to put in the 2 5s. So in grocery, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, but that's okay because I actually just got quite a bit of groceries, so I shouldn't need too much. So we are putting into this binder, and I'm just going to get the money all together. So if you have never been around, this is 5 savings for $500 in this binder from Iris Budgets. These are amazing. I've used this multiple times. She makes amazing items, but this is going towards future. This is going towards when I'm going to have surgery again. I will be on disability, which means I will bring home a lot less money than I typically do. So this is to be like a buffer to help me pay for things during that time period. I was off 3 months the last time, so I think it's safe to say it could easily be 3 months or longer. And so I will pare down my budget, and I will obviously not do as much stuffing into sinking funds, but there will be some things I still want to cover. So I'm, instead of using an emergency fund, my goal is to finish this twice, and I've already finished it once. So we are using this little kind of savings just to help build up $50 at a time, but I believe we are past the $50 with this money. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. We have exactly 50. So rather than marking all of these off and then clearing it off, I'm just going to stuff the money. So we are going to find the first 20 that is empty. And I did make a couple Poshmark sales, and I've been using that money as well in this binder, so that money should come in soon. We have another 20, and we may as well just get these 20s out of the way. Why not? And right behind that, we have a 10, and we may as well just put the 5s in there. So that is great. I am so happy with that. I am so happy with this progress. You have no idea how happy I am with this progress. My goal is to get this done as early in 2026 as possible. And then that way I know that when I have surgery, there's no scheduled surgery time. I'm hoping in late spring, maybe early fall, possibly. I really don't want to have surgery in the winter time, as really the only activity exercise wise I can do for a long time is walking, and walking in the winter in Canada when they don't do the sidewalks very well is always kind of a dangerous situation. So yes, we put some money into here. That is all the money gone and stuffed, and I'm just going to let this kind of dry a little bit so that it doesn't stain, but I appreciate you being here so much. My next video should actually be rounding up, figuring out how much money I have across all my sinking funds for the month of November. Hard to believe we're already at the end of November, but I just appreciate you being here so much, and I hope I'll see you on that video. Bye everybody.